What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with another video. This item arrived a couple of days ago, and I thought that it was worth showing. I just haven't had a chance to put a quick video together. I want to show you this, show you a few other rare examples for this Power of the Force 2 figure. But this is the US card, red card, with a signature. And this is signed by Maria de Aragon. She's one of the actresses that played Greedo in the original Star Wars film. And this one really pops nicely. The blacked out Ewoks, who obviously is a friend of mine and fellow YouTuber, you know, he mentioned that the green of the figure really pops nicely against that red card back, and I have to agree. Now that I have this in hand, it's just a really nice presentation. These card backs are not very expensive. You can probably pick one of these red card Greedo Power of the Force 2 figures up for $5 to $10, but I did go ahead and pick this one up because it was signed by Maria de Aragon, and it really looks nice. Let's do a quick look at this one. Now, before I forget, there is a later version, I think it was 1999 or 2000, with the Comtech chip. There's a Comtech chip installed on the card back inside the blister. That Greedo can be very rare. It has knee joints that articulate, and usually the pins that hold the knee joints in place are the same color as the legs, that greenish color. But there are some rare examples with yellow knee pins, and I'll put a photo right here for you guys so you can take a look and see what that looks like. That one is easily, of these kind of Power of the Force 2 Comtech Greedos, these 1990s to 2000s Greedos, that is easily the most rare. I've only seen a few examples online, and they don't pop up often, and apparently they can go for big money. But keep an eye out for that one. If you ever see one for sale with the yellow knee pins, make sure to grab that. But this one is really nice. Again, the US card. We'll do a quick zoom in here. It's got the Skyhopper and then the electronic Rebel Snowspeeder, some of the other figures that were in the line at the time. And then there's the US card, data card for him. So a really nice item, and I didn't break the bank with it. It's not in perfect condition, but good enough. Usually these autographed items are really manhandled at conventions, but this one it's probably an 80 to 80 plus shape, and very happy to have it. All right, let me show you a few other really rare convention exclusives and some other information that you might find interesting before we show my vintage Kenner Greedo. Hold on one second. Maria de Aragon is a Canadian actress that portrayed Greedo in a number of close-up shots in the original Star Wars A New Hope. Here she is in high heels on the left-hand side talking to George Lucas. The middle photo again shows her without the face mask on talking to George, and the far right photo shows her putting the costume on. I just thought folks might like to see some of these production photos that I found online about her. You should not have to pay too much for a signed Maria de Aragon Greedo, but some of these convention exclusives can be pretty expensive. Here is a numbered example that was at a Japanese toy expo with her photo on the front. These can be a lot more expensive than the one I have. You're probably looking at $100 to $150 minimum for something like this. And while we are on the subject of Power of the Force 2 convention exclusives, I wanted to show this one. This is a item that was in the Deal or No Deal group that I had never seen before. This is another Japanese toy expo that's unsigned, but it's got a really cool, sparkly, pixelated photo of Greedo on the front. It features the Tonka import sticker on the back of the card. I imagine it's probably worth quite a bit of money, as they are extremely rare. And as I'm sure that most of you know, Paul Blake also played Greedo in the original Star Wars film, doing some of the action scenes. And he too is a very prolific signer, and it's not very expensive to find something of his that's signed. But I wanted to show you a couple of very rare examples. The one in the middle and the one on the far right are Expo exclusives, so to speak. One has his photo, and the other is a very unique card back called Robo Chris exclusive. The one on the far left is a trilingual card that's signed. Alright, now I thought we would finish this video up with my only carded example of the vintage Kenner Greedo. What an awesome card back. I love that photo. It looks great. I love that green, kind of behind the green of the figure there, and definitely one of my favorites. This one I picked up maybe a year or two ago. I can't remember exactly when, but it's an unpunched Return of the Jedi card. It does have a yellowed blister, but what's cool about this one is that this is the Made in Spain version. So you can see here, Made in Spain. All of the Cantina creatures were made in Spain for the U.S. market, U.S. card backs. So Hammerhead, Red Snaggletooth, Walrus Man, and this Greedo all came on made in Spain U.S. card backs. And so this is the only one that I have, but I got a great deal on it at the time. It was not, this version by AFA was not labeled. Usually they have Greedo and then made in Spain underneath there, but this was probably a later, an early grading, so they didn't include that information there. But this was 85, yellow near mint plus, straight 85s. Unfortunately, the weapon did fall out of Greedo's hand during transit. I think it's in this hand. It did fall out during transit, so technically it's only an 80 figure score, but I'm not going to complain. Unpunched, beautiful card, really, really awesome condition. And so this is that. This is the back of the card. And again, made in Spain. So you can look, you can look for these Cantina creatures on these U.S. cards, U.S. Return of the Jedi cards, and look on the back there to see if it has the made in Spain label on the back, and then you know you're dealing with a Spanish PvP figure. So just one more interesting bit of information. But that's really all I had. I hope you enjoyed this video, this look at not only the modern Greedos and some of the other rare convention exclusives, but my beautiful Kenner example. If you like this video, be sure to comment, like, and subscribe as always, and I will be back soon. Thank you for watching.